Have you ever been in a conversation where everything seemed perfectly normal? The words were polite, the topic was simple, but you just got this weird feeling, like something was off. You couldn't quite put your finger on it, but your gut was telling you that what you were hearing wasn't the whole story. It's a strange, almost psychic sensation, right? Well, what if I told you that you weren't imagining it? What if I told you that you were actually picking up on a secret, invisible language? This isn't about mind reading or some kind of magic. This is about understanding the profound and often overlooked truth that our bodies speak a language all their own, a language that is often far more honest and revealing than the carefully chosen words that come out of our mouths. We spend so much time focusing on what people say, crafting our own senses perfectly, but we are often completely unaware of the powerful signals we are constantly sending and receiving through our posture, our gestures, our tiny facial expressions. These are the subconscious cues, the hidden broadcasts that reveal our true intentions, our genuine feelings, our unfiltered thoughts. Think about it for a second. When someone is genuinely excited, their entire body lights up. Their eyes widen, they might lean in, their gestures become more animated. It's an energy you can feel. Now, contrast that with someone who's just pretending to be interested. They might be nodding and saying but maybe their body is angled away from you. Their arms are crossed, or their eyes are darting around the room. Their words say, "I'm listening," but their body is screaming, "I want to be anywhere but here." This is the invisible language of intent in action. Today, we're going to peel back the layers of conscious communication. We're not just scratching the surface, we're diving deep into this hidden world. We'll explore why these nonverbal signals are so powerful, and how they are wired directly into the most ancient, instinctual parts of our brain. This isn't just about catching someone in a lie, although it can certainly help with that. It's about gaining a much deeper, more empathetic understanding of the people around you. It's about learning to trust your intuition because, more often than not, your intuition is simply your subconscious mind picking up on these subtle, unspoken truths. So, how does this work? It all starts with the concept of congruence. Congruence is when someone's words, tone of voice, and body language are all aligned and telling the same story. When what you see matches what you hear, communication feels smooth, authentic, and trustworthy. But when there's a disconnect, a state of incongruence, that's when our internal alarm bells start to ring. For example, your friend tells you, "I'm totally fine," but their voice is flat. Their shoulders are slumped, and they're avoiding eye contact. Their words are saying one thing, but their entire being is communicating the exact opposite. Their lack of congruence is a massive red flag that something is genuinely wrong. The fascinating part is that most of this happens completely unconsciously. The person sending these signals often doesn't even realize they're doing it. These are what scientists call micro-expressions, fleeting facial expressions, that last for just a fraction of a second and reveal a person's true emotion, before their conscious mind has a chance to mask it. Have you ever seen a quick flash of anger on someone's face before they force a smile? That was a micro-expression. It's a momentary leak from the subconscious mind, a window into their real feelings. Another powerful area to look at is body orientation and posture. Where a person points their feet and torso is a surprisingly accurate indicator of where their attention and interest truly lie. If you're talking to someone and their feet are pointed towards the door, it's a strong subconscious signal that they're looking for an exit. They might be engaged in the conversation verbally, but their body is preparing to leave. On the other hand, if someone is fully facing you with an open posture, arms uncrossed, leaning in slightly, it's a clear sign of engagement and interest. It shows they are receptive to you and what you're saying. And then there are the hands. Our hands are incredibly expressive. We use them to emphasize points, to describe things, and unconsciously to reveal our inner state. When people are nervous or trying to hide something, they often fidget with their hands, put them in their pockets, or hold them behind their back. Hiding the hands is an ancient, instinctual behavior. It signals a lack of openness and can make others feel wary. Conversely, open palms are universally seen as a sign of honesty and sincerity. It's a nonverbal way of saying, "I have nothing to hide." Let's talk about eye contact, because it's one of the most complex and misunderstood cues. We're often told that liars can't make eye contact, but experienced manipulators know this and will often overcompensate by staring at you intensely to seem more believable. So, it's not just about whether someone is making eye contact, but the quality of that contact. Is it a relaxed, natural gaze, or is it a hard, unblinking stare? Does the person look away naturally when thinking, or do their eyes dart around nervously? A normal pattern involves looking at someone and then briefly looking away. It shows you're processing information, not trying to intimidate or deceive. So, how can we use this knowledge in our daily lives? The first step is to become a better observer. Start by paying attention to the people around you, not in a creepy, analytical way, but with a gentle curiosity. In your next conversation, notice the other person's posture. Are they leaning in or leaning away? What are their hands doing? What does their facial expression tell you beyond their words? Don't jump to conclusions. A single gesture doesn't mean much in isolation. Crossed arms might not mean someone is defensive. Maybe they're just cold. The key is to look for clusters of cues, patterns of behavior that all point in the same direction. When you notice a mismatch, an incongruence between words and body language, get curious. Don't accuse. Instead, you could gently probe further. If your friend says, "I'm fine, but looks sad," you could say something like, "You say you're fine, but you seem a little down. Is everything okay?" This opens the door for a more honest conversation and shows that you care enough to see beyond the surface. It builds deeper, more meaningful connections. Learning to read this invisible language is like gaining a superpower. It enhances your empathy, sharpens your intuition, and makes you a far more effective communicator. You start to understand the unspoken needs and fears of others, allowing you to navigate social situations with more grace and confidence. You become better at negotiating, better at leading, and better at simply being a good friend or partner. It's about listening with your eyes as much as you listen with your ears. As we continue this journey into mind hacks, remember that communication is a two-way street. As you become more attuned to the nonverbal cues of others, you must also become more aware of the signals you are sending. Are your own words and body language aligned? Are you presenting yourself with the open, confident, and authentic energy you want to project? By understanding this invisible language, you not only decode the world around you, but also gain the power to consciously shape how the world perceives you. It's a transformative skill that will serve you in every single aspect of your life. Thanks so much for watching. If you found this useful, hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the psychology of success and motivation. See you in the next one.